Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us on our webinar live on LinkedIn today. Today's topic is on how to utilize a CRM to close more deals. CRM, which we are going to have a bit more focus on, is going to be on Pipedrive. We're big fans of Pipedrive. We've been using it for a number of years now, and I personally learned about it through my existing clients. I was seeing that a lot of my clients were using it in the UAE and they were really big fans of Pipedrive as well. And as we started using it, we started to be big fans of it as well. My name is Rayhan Aleem. I'm the managing partner and founder of Alpha Pro Partners. We are an accounting firm based in Dubai and we also Zero Platinum Partners. I'm very pleased to be joined by Joao, who is the channel account manager for Pipedrive and is based in
Mhm.
Portugal. So, Joao, apologies for you coming up on 8 a.m. But it's good to have you. Do you want to give us an intro about yourself, what you do, and about Pipedrive?
Yeah, sure. So thank you so much for having me. Like Rehan said, my name is João Santos. I'm the channel sales manager for the EMEA region for Pipedrive. And yeah, basically, the channel department of Pipedrive focuses on the partnership side of the indirect channel. So basically, that means our implementation partners, our integration partners that are able to support our clients.
Thank you very much. And Pipedrive, I believe, is a unicorn, right? So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
quite a
Um,
large company.
yeah, exactly. So Pipedrive is a unicorn. It's headquartered in the US, but we also have offices all over Europe. So we have offices in Berlin, in Prague, in Lisbon as well. So yeah, we keep expanding our operations as well. And yeah, it's very exciting. The company is growing. And basically, our mission is to help SM to be able to drive more revenue and to create long term relationships with their clients.
Thank you very much. Well, we're having Q&A at the end, so please enter your Q&A in the comment section. This webinar is recorded, and so it will be shared on LinkedIn as well as YouTube as well. So without further ado, Joao, the floor is yours.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the introduction, Ryan. So, like Ryan said, feel free to write any questions. We'll be able to see and have a small Q&A at the end. So, like Ryan said, I'm the channel sales manager for Pipedrive, and a little bit about the housekeeping items for this webinar. This webinar will last about 45 minutes. You feel free to write any questions in the chat, and we'll be able to answer as we go and towards the end. And if you have any questions, or if you'd like to see uh, a closer product demo, or if you have any feedback about any feature or resource that you'd like to see, please don't hesitate to reach out to Ryan at the following email. In terms of the agenda, basically what we will be talking about in this webinar, we'll talk about what is a CRM and why do companies need one, the benefits of implementing a CRM, specifically Pipedrive, and then we're going to move forward to Pipedrive specific features and how it differs from other SaaS providers and other CRM providers. And then lastly, we'll jump into a Pipedrive deployment. So basically, I've created some mock-up data that we will be importing into Pipedrive and really be able to show you guys how to create a pipeline, activities, and insights. So what is a CRM? Basically, a CRM, a customer relationship management, is a contact database and a sales pipeline for lead and opportunity management. Basically, the way that a CRM works is that by creating and by generating the contacts, the accounts, which in a CRM space is basically the companies that you're working with or that you're prospecting, you have your leads and your prospects. You'll have then these leads will convert to opportunities, and then you will have also the area of your product or service that you're selling. And then lastly, in terms of the after sales, you'll also have reporting and analysis so that you can really gather customer data that will drive your business decisions. Why do companies need to implement a CRM? Basically, by having all your customer data centralized and by having your sales process optimization, you're able to increase productivity, drive new business generation, and therefore you're able to maintain strong long-term relationship with your customers. So a lot of the companies and the SMBs that we work with are companies that were using before spreadsheets for their sales processes or even pen and paper. By adopting and deploying a CRM, they're able to improve their efficiency in terms of their marketing and sales efforts. What makes Pipedrive so special within the CRM realm? So Pipedrive was created by salespeople for salespeople. So what this means is that our sales pipeline is very visual and it's very easy to use. And basically, Pipedrive allows you to organize and track your customer information, to manage your leads, to automate your whole sales and marketing process. So whether it is workflow automations that you are able to configure on your pipelines, but also the fact that it's very customizable to your company needs as well. Another good point is that all your work and data are stored in one single place. So the CRM becomes your source of truth. So basically all the activities, all the contacts that you have, either if it's a LinkedIn conversation that you've had with a prospect, this can be seamless, integrated to the activities of an opportunity so that you will have one single place with all the information regarding your existing clients, but also your prospects as well. It's very customizable, like I mentioned before, and I will be showing you in the demo that we're conducting now. You're able to add custom fields, whether it is to an organization, to a company, but also to a contact. For example, if you want to gather, let's say, the VAT number of the companies that you're prospecting, you can add a custom field. You can put it as a mandatory field or a required field so that you're able to really customize the CRM for your needs and for the information that you want to store from your existing clients. Then one of the strong points as well is the sales automation. So basically you're able to manage and automate sales related tasks, such as, for example, the follow-ups that you'll be doing with your prospects, tracking these leads, manage these opportunities, negotiating contracts, forecasting. So you're able to automate a variety of different tasks that you'll will be then increase your productivity, but also at the same time, make sure you're following up with your clients on a regular basis. And then lastly, in terms of the after sales part of it, you have the analytics and reporting, which will give you the opportunity and the right tools that you'll be able to gain insights about your customer behavior, your pipeline, any trends and preferences from your clients. And yeah, basically the last slide is regarding Pipedrive CRM features. So basically Pipedrive has a variety of different features and tools for you to be able to manage your sales pipeline. But the main ones would be the pipeline management. So it presents you with a very visual sales pipeline. So it's very customizable, it's very visual, and it's very easy to use it. At the same time, it allows you to create multiple pipelines for, let's say, different industries that you're working for, maybe different type of clients. For example, you can have one pipeline for driving new business, and you can also have a pipeline for the customer success of your existing clients. So it gives you that possibility. In terms of the automations, you're able to streamline repetitive tasks and workflows, and also the email automation. When you're prospecting and you're, let's say, cold calling or cold emailing a prospect, you're able to automate sending email communications to your prospects and follow up. And you can automate that whole process to save time and enhance the communication with your clients as well.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Joe. I
go
like
ahead.
that Pipedrive is always adding new features, right?
Yeah.
All the time. Like one thing I noticed with one of my clients is they were using Pipedrive not just for sales, but also managing projects.
Mm.
And then I saw that I think a few months ago, project management feature was also added to Pipedrive.
Yeah, exactly. Good point. As we continue to grow within the CRM space, we keep adding new features that we see our clients have a need for. And one of them was to have a native project management tool. So it's one of our add-ons, which is the projects. And basically projects, what it allows companies to have the CRM, the email marketing that we also have within Pipedrive, and also the project management tool, and it gives visibility to all stakeholders in the project, and you're able to assign tasks. So really the objective here is to have one space where you can have your sales team in the CRM, you can have your marketing team in the email marketing resource that we have, and also have the projects side of it for project management. So great. So yeah, moving forward, I'm going to be giving you guys a small demo on Pipedrive. And basically, just to give a little background on the demo, I've downloaded some mockup data. And basically, the way that I'll use it is as actual Pipedrive. The idea here is that I work for Pipedrive. I want to sell my software to my clients, and I have a database of clients from Excel where I have gathered their first and last name, the company, their email, their website, and just very basic information. And I'll be importing it to Pipedrive, and I will be creating pipelines, activities, and so on. So let's go ahead and go on to Pipedrive. So this is the landing page of Pipedrive. As you can see here, this is basically what would be your sales pipeline. You have here the stages of your pipeline, and this is customizable. For example, I can always change my pipeline, but let's say for demo purposes that my pipeline begins with me qualifying the deal, and then me making contact with the prospect. And then once I've gathered information and I've reached out to my prospect, he then becomes qualified. And then I'll have a call with him. I've defined his needs. Next stage, I've made a proposal, and then the negotiations have started. And then my opportunity is ready to advance. So basically, I'll just go on here and import data. I will be importing from a spreadsheet. I will be uploading this one. And this is basically to show you just how simple and how quick you can import all your data, whether it's from another software or from a spreadsheet. Basically, the way that the import works is that it will basically ask you to match the fields from your Excel sheet with the fields from Pipedrive. So basically, for example, it pulled the first name from my Excel sheet. So I have to connect here with person first name. So it's just a very simple drag and drop field that you're able to match the results from your Excel sheet with what will be shown on Pipedrive. So first name is name, last name, company. It's here, company name, email, person email, phone number, person phone number. So the part that I mentioned about custom fields comes in here. So for example, Pipedrive doesn't actually have created a country field for companies, but I can just go ahead here and add a custom field. So for example, I want an organization field. I want it to be called country. It's text, and I want it to be required. So what this means is that when my sales team creates a deal and an organization, it will require them to put the country of the company that they're prospect. So you can go ahead and create that, and it will show here.
It's
So
very important to have a mandatory field for salespeople, right? Because
yeah,
otherwise, bare minimum is going to go in your CRM.
exactly. Basically, this is very customizable, and it's very important to have this required field because a lot of times, if you want to keep hygiene of your CRM, you really want to have the same information for all the prospects and clients that you're working with. A lot of times we have clients that create required field, for example, of the VAT of the client, so that
Yeah.
when they're sending quotes, they make sure that the VAT is there. Another one may be the language, so that when they communicate to the client, if they're a multinational company, they're able to really understand what language they speak. So that's a really cool small feature, but that is very important for them.
VAT is super important in UAE as well. For example, whenever you send an invoice out, you have to have
Mhm.
the TRN number. And if you want a seamless process from getting a lead all the way to invoicing, and you
Mhm.
don't want the accounts department to be involved in the invoice, and you just want the salesperson to invoice straight away, which would then obviously allow you to close leads and make sales quicker. Then
Ex-
obviously, if those mandatory fields are available in Pipedrive when you generate the invoice, and you already generate the invoice without having to get another person involved, and that's super. And then obviously, Pipedrive also integrates with Zero and other accounting softwares as well.
Yeah,
That whole
exactly.
process can be really seamless for many businesses as well.
Exactly. And it's a really important topic that you brought up, that Pipedrive, by integrating with other third parties, you're really able to have your whole full sales cycle within Pipedrive. And I'll give you an example. We have a feature called Smart Docs, and I'll show you in a bit as well. But what it allows is for the client to actually have the template of their quote on Pipedrive, so that they're able to send the quotes directly from Pipedrive, and then they can also track it. So they can see when the customer actually opened the quote. They get notified once the quotation is signed as well. So that's when the required fields come into play, because if you're going to if you're going to be sending out invoices, quotes directly from Pipedrive, you need to make sure that you have all this information configured in your system. So yeah, that's a great point. So yeah, we move forward to website. As you can see, I come in here to organization. Website is also not a field that's been created, but no problem. I can create here website. Let's say in this case, I'm not going to put it as required, but I'll put it as important. And you'll see what an important field looks like, but it's basically just has the field in bold, so that and it comes at the top of the fields in the company, so that you remember to also put the website. So I'll put website. The position here means the position of the person within the company. Again, this field is not created, so I'll create this one. In this type, it's a person field. It's not an organization field, because it's the position of this contact, position within company. I'll just save it here. And then I also, in my Excel sheet, I had some labels, because as a salesperson, I want to know how the deal is qualified. If it's a warm lead, if it's a cold lead, if it's a prospect, if it's a client. So in this time, I've created actually some labels within Pipedrive already. So basically, I'll just have to align what the deals are in my Excel sheet against what they mean in Pipedrive. So let's just say, let's put it like this and save it. And then the stage, this is basically just for mapping purposes to create the opportunities. But on the Excel sheet, I've created some numbers from 1 to 6, basically to identify in which stage of the pipeline that would be. So stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage, wait, stage 4, stage 5, and stage 6. And we're ready to import all the data. We're going to be clicking on merge data. So if we see any duplicated data, it will merge it into one record. So we're ready to start importing. And what this will do is that it will create all the contacts, it will create all the companies with the custom fields that I've configured, and it will create opportunities in that pipeline that I showed you regarding the stage that they are. You're able to import everything. If you have, let's say, activities already on your Excel sheet or on the other software you might be using, you're able to import the activities. You're able to import as well any products that you might have. As you can see, 240 contacts have been imported. And now basically I will have my pipeline configured already with all the opportunities. Yeah, basically this will also you'll be able to have filters here. Basically, you can always create a filter so I can see by country. You have a wide variety of different filters that you've created, basically to increase the visibility that you have on your pipeline. And if your sales team has different people, you're also able to filter by owner and be able to see it and have a better visibility of your pipeline. So let's just go ahead and click on one of the opportunities. And what we'll be able to see, like we mentioned, so I have in this deal, Will Yost, I have the person Victoria with this phone number, this email, first name Victoria, last name Submission, and her position within the company. So she's an assistant media planner. And then on the organization, I have the custom fields that I had to put the country, Portugal, and the website here. And you're able to edit all this and configure, like I said, the fields to look exactly the way that you want and to capture all the information that you might need. So this is basically the premises of Pipedrive, is that regarding this deal, I will have all my historical data. So whether it's emails that I've exchanged with this company or this person, any activities that I've had, so any calls, any meetings, any LinkedIn messages, it will all be stored here. And any notes, for example, I can add a note and tag any other stakeholder, and it will improve the visibility amongst the team and all the stakeholders involved. Check this opportunity. And then the user will receive this notification as well. So in terms of the deal as well, you can add products. In this case, like I mentioned, for demo purposes, I'm actually doing a demo of Pipedrive. So I'm a Pipedrive consultant expert. So I've actually added before a couple of services already in my Pipedrive. So I can say, okay, for this company, I'm going to be doing a Pipedrive training. As you can see, I've already configured for €100 with a 15% tax. So I'll say their team has 4 people. So I'm actually invoicing 4 Pipedrive trainings. And I can also add another product, let's say Pipedrive deployment, 2 units. Once I save it, the opportunity already changed to €1,400. And this is important because on the reporting side, it will be able to give you a forecast of the opportunities that you have open and also be able to track how much of the opportunities you've converted and the dollar value that you've converted as well.
I'd also like to add, Joe, obviously you've given an example of uploading data from Excel, but there's 2 case studies that we use internally for importing data. And one is we've linked our website lead forms to Pipedrive. So whenever a prospect tries to contact us, they enter on the website, even to the chat feature as well, that goes automatically into Pipedrive, which means that our sales teams are able to respond straight away to them once it comes into Pipedrive, and also track where it's coming from. And also the LinkedIn add-on is really powerful in a sense that when you're conversing with someone on LinkedIn and you want to add their details on Pipedrive, you have to scroll up and down and find the contact details, whereas the app just literally takes the information, puts it into Pipedrive, and also puts the messages as well that you've had.
Yeah.
And that's really powerful in a sense that it saves a lot of time. And for lazy salespeople, them as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. And actually we use those 2 tools internally here at Pipedrive. So basically, and I think as every sales team does, we have our inbound efforts, so the inbound leads, and our outbound efforts as well. So in terms of the inbound, we use the forms that you've mentioned, the contact us forms, that once the form is complete, that will create an opportunity in my pipeline. And another cool thing is that it has an automatic assignment. So you can basically configure, let's say, if lead country is UAE, then it will assign this lead to my sales rep in the UAE. Or maybe, let's say, you have another case of you have junior account executives and also more senior. When the contact page is filled by a company that has more than 50 employees, let's say, it will assign the opportunity to a senior sales rep and the smaller ones to a junior one. So that's for inbound. For outbound, exactly how you said, the LinkedIn feature is really cool because you can really go to the prospect that you want to reach out to straight away, add them to your Pipedrive, and you can even have automations already put in place that every time I add a lead from LinkedIn to create these activities, so send them an email right away and then have a delay 3 days, send them another email. So you really have a wide variety of features that you can really use to boost your whole sales process. So it's good that you mention, and if we still have time or if the feedback is good, we can also do another session specifically on this outbound and how can you go on LinkedIn and really extract leads and the web forms for inbound. Yeah, coming back to the opportunity management here, you'll have the fields here where you can send emails. So I've already synced my email within Pipedrive, so I can send an email. Really cool that you already have templates as well made. You can also create new templates. But let's say I want to reach out with a cold email. So this is really cool because it will personalize the email. For example, hi, Victoria. It pulls out the name of the contact. I work with companies like it will push the organization name to help them insert benefit, main selling point. I'd like to give you a 20-minute demo. Would Tuesday or Wednesday work for you? And then I'm able to send, let's say, XYZ X. Once I send the email, it should be able to create this activity here so that it will all be tracked. And then, like I mentioned before, this becomes your single source of truth. Another cool thing that I think is a bit of a challenge within sales teams is a little bit the meeting scheduling ping pong. So asking about availability and when you have availability. So Pipedrive has a feature called the scheduler that you're able to sync this with your calendar. And then you're able to create availabilities to send to your clients. So I'm going to be creating an
Basically,
availability.
a Calendly app.
Yeah,
Within.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it does. So let's say I want this one to be my demo availability. So I'll say it's a 45-minute meeting. I'll be available Mondays from 9 a.m. till 12. And then I have lunch. And then from 1:30 till 4:15. For Tuesdays, same thing. Wednesdays, I don't want to have demos. Let's say on Thursdays again. And let's say it's just like this. You're able to really granulate on the time, for example, on the buffer. For example, I don't want to have meetings back to back. So let's say I put a 15-minute buffer before every event, and after it, I'll give another 15 minutes. The shortest notice they can book me on. So if I send my link of availability, I don't want them to book a call with me for the next hour. So I'll just say, when I send you my link, you're able to book a call with me for the following day. So I'll say demo call with Pipedrive. Here, I would put a Zoom meeting link, Microsoft Teams, Google Meet. It integrates with all three of them. I can write a description, call with Joao. They'll get my company name, company XYZ. And This is cool because you're able to also create the fields that you want your invitees to fill in. So I want to capture their name, their email, their phone, and I want to capture their company as well. So once I've created, I can either insert it straight away, or I can say, please check my account. And I'll put here, or I can really take just the link and hyperlink it. So you can do all kinds of ways that you want to put it. But then basically what the client will see is basically this: Joao Santos from company XYZ is inviting you to demo call with Pipedrive. The description is call with Joao. And then they're able to pick a slot. Let's say Peter demo.com from company Z. So then I will receive this notification that Peter has scheduled a call with me. It will also create the activity within my opportunity so that I will have, again, and as I have here, all the emails that have been exchanged with the clients, all the meetings, and it will create the activity as well so that I will have all the visibility, as you can see, my call with Peter here. So he's created it. It added straight away to my calendar. It's synced with my Gmail calendar. So there won't be any conflicts. And then as you can see, it has created the activity. And if I go on the opportunity as well, can't find because we have too many, can't remember the name. But basically, if you go on the opportunity, it also created the activity on the opportunity. So yeah, that's in terms of the pipeline. You're able to switch the stages very easily. You can create automations. For example, let's say after the contact, after I move the opportunity to prospect qualified, send them an email or schedule a call or make sure to reach out to him on LinkedIn. And then you can win or lose the opportunity. And you can configure the loss reasons so that you're able to then do your reporting and really understand why you're losing these opportunities. So, for example, let's say I've talked with this company, I lost the opportunity. So as you can see, it asks me the reason. I can say, I've configured this. He's using another CRM. He's not interested or he has no budget. So I'll put he has no budget for this project. And then, clicked here. No budget. Now mark as lost. And the opportunity gets marked as lost. And it
You know what I really like about Pipedrive? When you win, you get those animations.
yeah.
Can
Let's
we
see.
see one of those animations?
Yeah, let's see it. Let's win this one.
Hey, it's Christmas and you won.
This one's for Christmas. There you go. Yeah, it's really cool. I also like to see it. And especially because as sales reps, this is the button we want to click the most for sure. So great stuff. You're also, like I said, you're able to add new pipelines. So let me just say this pipeline is for new clients. So I'm doing prospecting for new clients in UK, let's say. So this pipeline of mine, then new clients of UK, I can create a new one and let's say active clients. And let me say I change the pipeline. So now I won't have a qualified stage. I will have reached out to them. The next thing, let's say they have any tickets pending. And then let's say the quarterly call. I've scheduled a quarterly call with them. And then these ones I'll delete. And this one would be for active clients. So this will be it. So you can have it so that when you can have an automation to say like this green LLC deal, whenever I win this opportunity, please create an opportunity on the active clients list so that I will have one pipeline to be able to gather new clients. And then when I win the opportunity, it comes to my new pipeline, which is for active clients and it has different needs and different stages. In this pipeline, I just want to be able to establish a cadency of communications, really make sure that they're happy with the product, see if they have any questions, any tickets that they have, any support they need, and to be able to connect with them on a quarterly basis, just to see if everything is all right with them. So that's the multiple pipeline feature. And yeah, and then you have the insights part, which for time's sake, I'll show it very quickly because we're running out of time. You're able to create dashboards, reports, and to really be able to give stakeholders visibility on this. For example, I had created this one for demo purposes. So what I wanted to see here is uh, how many leads have been created per user. So if I would have more users, you'd be able to see here, Joao has created 80 leads. Peter has created 20. You're able to see the source of the leads. So if you create a field for source, you can see how many leads have come from the Brian had said contact us page, from your website, and so on. You have the conversion of your deals. So what we saw before, I gave that opportunity one. So you have here, I've won one deal, the average value of your deals, how long your sales cycle takes on average, which is very important for you to see as well. The deal lost by reasons. So before I had put that client had no budget. So we can see and you can make data driven business decisions based on what you find here. So I find a lot of my clients don't have budget. Okay, then maybe I need to evaluate my pricing strategy. The activities I've done, and basically the forecast of revenue that I'll have. And then you'll be able to export this as a PDF. You're able to share this even if someone doesn't have a Pipedrive account. And then it's really cool because you get a good sight of this dashboard as well.
We have weekly sales and marketing reports that get sent out, and we use Pipedrive for that. So we track things like the leads, what's been closed, sales targets. We also use a forecast feature as well, so we can see how far ahead expecting to close.
Yeah,
It's quite good for forecasting in a sense that business like us, we have to, when we sign new clients, we need to make sure we've got enough account managers.
exactly.
So kind of helps us make not just sales decisions, but the operational decisions in the future to ensure that we've got enough capacity to take on the clients as well.
Exactly. Exactly. What the reporting and analytics side of it, I think is just very important, like you said, for making data driven business strategies. So to understand why are we losing opportunities or what's our forecast for the end of the year? Okay, it's not, we expect that we're going to be closing 30% of the opportunities. So we have to increase our pipeline, or, okay, we need more resources in terms of account management. Why are we losing opportunities? What you can also see your activities, so you can see if you're being more productive as well. You can see your conversion rate. So it's what you say that it's very important and very valuable to be able to make these decisions and to really understand your business and your clients' needs as well.
We're almost coming up to the end of the session, and I don't think we've got much time for Q&A, but I'll ask one question, which I get asked a lot. And obviously in this region, Zoho is actually quite popular. So what would you say the differences are between Pipedrive and Zoho? For someone who's never used a CRM, or for someone who's using a CRM, how does it compare?
Yeah. So I think the main difference between Pipedrive and Zoho is the customization part of it. I believe that Pipedrive can really be customized to specific industries and specific client needs, whether you're a company in the real estate agency, in accounting, let's say pharmaceutical, it doesn't matter. You can also customize it for all kinds of different industries, and also the third party integrations. So we have a marketplace with a wide variety of different third party solution that has a very seamless integration with our tool. And also we have a very strong API documentation. So in case we don't that third-party integration already created in our marketplace, it's very easy to do with our API documentation. So I believe those two topics are very important: the customization and also integration with third-party tools.
We use, whenever there isn't a native integration, we use Zapier.
Yeah, exactly.
For example, we have MailChimp as our email marketing kind of tool. So we integrate Pipedrive with MailChimp. Every time a new email is added to Pipedrive, for example, we'll have some sort of Zapier going through as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so basically we see a lot of Zapier, we see a lot of Make, which used to be Integromat. So for example, we internally at Pipedrive use a lot of Slack. So we integrate Slack and Pipedrive via Zapier. So for example, when a deal is updated from a stage and I need, let's say, my manager's approval, that will send him a Slack message when it's on that stage so that he approves, let's say, for a discount request, whatever it is. And then once it's approved, it moves opportunity. I think the automations part is really cool. And I really hope we can schedule maybe a new webinar in the future and to really go deep down on automations and how you can really configure this and the value they add to your sales funnel as well.
Yeah, no, sounds like a date. So, 20 stage.
That,
Any closing remarks that you wanna communicate? What's the best way to contact you?
yeah. So basically, I think the best way to contact is through Ryan. One of the closing remarks I wanted to mention is that Alpha Pro partners, as Pipedrive partners, they're certified experts within Pipedrive. So basically, if you have any questions regarding Pipedrive, if you'd like to start a free trial demo as well, or if you have any questions regarding the tool, we rely a lot on them as partners for these types of services. So feel free to reach out to them. You also have my LinkedIn if you'd like to connect. And yeah, thank you for having me. I had a really good time.
No, thank you very much, and apologies for bringing you up so early. It's been a really good session,
Yeah,
and we've just touched the surface in terms of Pipedrive. There's
that
so many features. I haven't even spoke about AI yet. There's so many use cases that can be used. Just want to say thank you for your time, and yeah, for sure, we'll definitely utilize more in 2024.
definitely. Definitely. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, happy holiday season to everyone. And feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. And yeah, thank you for having me.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great new year and great festive time off. Take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.